morning. Carrie here, Friday morning Facebook Live, the time when I come in to share a bit about a midlife woman's journey and that navigation process, becoming sovereign, a woman's midlife journey, basically into her power, her wisdom and her power. I want to continue off from where I was last week, talking about just the emotional and energetic and all the things that might be happening that you don't quite piece together yet as like, damn, I'm in perimenopause, or I'm coming into this big shift, and is that really me? Is that really happening? Probably yes. And about 2 years into my journey, my moon cycle just stopped 2 weeks before my 50th birthday. So at about 52, I got this sort of, wake up download out of the sleep. And it was this flash of insight that I hadn't connected. It's not new, but I hadn't made this connection, and maybe you haven't made it either. That menopause is the bookend to puberty. Okay? So if you think about this, coming into puberty, we arrive at, sometimes even 8, 9, 10, 11, we start being, our biology starts shifting, and nature has this very unique way of shifting a woman's biology so that she will begin to bleed, so that she will become a life-giving vessel. We don't try and take that away. We don't try and make that go away. It is part of what we expect a young woman will do. At some point, we will try and support her and help her navigate this place of the unknown. It's going to be with her for 30 or 40 years. On the other end of that, menopause is a complete unrewiring and replugging in differently. And it can begin, again, anytime after 35, technically. For most women, it's probably happening sometime after 45. And what I want to, several things I want to say about this, but one of it is we have a very different reaction. We want to make it go away. We want to try and fix it. We don't dive in with curiosity, and we don't support women through this journey very well at all. It is equated with aging, and aging is equated with everything downhill from here, ending up in death. Say the word, death. It will happen. We are mortal. We are living mortal lives. This quote from Rumi, we are stars wrapped in skin. I love it. We are stars wrapped in skin. The light we seek has always been within. Back to menopause. So it's puberty in reverse. And yes, she's going to take her own sweet time. But to come into this place with a sense of curiosity and what are the tools that could help me in this? Since we're going to do it, we're alive, we're going to do it. looking at your lifestyle. How might my eating habits need to shift or change? Caffeine and red wine and some of those things are probably not your best friend going through your midlife and menopause journey. They will probably make, not everyone, but they will, for a good many, it will make everything much more challenging, especially stress, anxiety, and hot flashes. Caffeine is a really big trigger for those, and so is red wine. Red wine was something I let go of for about 7 or 8, oh God, maybe even 10 years. My taste buds did me a favor, and it just started to taste like vinegar. And if any of you have ever known me a little more deeply, you know that vinegar and I don't live in the same house. We're not good friends, excuse me. Still early in the morning here. Okay, so back to, lifestyle changes. Foods, wine, caffeine, getting some sleep, taking care of yourself, getting out in nature, getting onto the mat, meditation, yoga. If yoga is not your thing, find a movement practice that is easeful and soothes you. I dialed my yoga practice way back into, for a period of time, a much less physically engaging practice, because there was already so much going on inside. The thought of stressing and really engaging my body in that way, it could set off the hot flashes, which I didn't want to do in the middle of teaching. And it also, my intuition wasn't calling for that right now. And that's another thing that may wake up very profoundly for many of us, those of us who have been intuitives, that may begin to really wake up even more. And if it's kind of been there in the background, it may come way up to the forefront and really make itself apparent. So when I got this bookend piece, it gave me a frame of reference that this too will pass. It gave me a curiosity of, I didn't do puberty really well. How could I do this better? I wasn't very awake or aware in puberty. It was kind of hit sidelined then too, and actually kind of shut down. That's another story. But I have many more tools at my disposal right now. So it came with a sense of curiosity. It's like, cool, how do I want to navigate this massive, major life change with a degree of ease, with awareness? What do I have to learn about myself and living here? Because when we come through this, we have very possibly another 30 years to live. The statistics show that if you make it past 55 as a woman, you have more than a 50% chance of making it to 85. That is 30 years. That is a lifetime. So if you think of what you did between 0 and 30, from being born and 30, all of that, it's a lot, right? So we have another possible 30 years to live. So the question, my friend, is how do you want to do that? What is important to you now? What is your passion? What is your purpose now? It's probably not learning how to talk or to ride your bike, or getting good grades in school, or any number of other things, marriage, birthing, sexuality, all those things. It's probably not quite the way your lens is right now, moving into this sort of third section of your life. So thinking about how do you want to do and navigate this very profound rewiring of your whole biology. Look at your lifestyle, get a mentor, find a community of women to lean into and have these conversations. Reach out if you'd like to chat. It's a profound initiation, and quite honestly, in my opinion, one not to be missed. It will change your life forever. Please share this to any other women that might benefit from knowing that there's someone out there talking about this. We want to have a conversation. Comment, put it in the chat. What would you like to see being addressed here? How may I serve? How may I serve? One of the ways I serve is by having at 9:30 Mountain Time a women's temple practice. It's a practice especially for midlife women. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Let me a message or a comment and I'll get back to you. So much love on this beautiful sunny day here in Boulder, Colorado, in between snowstorms. And I'll see you again next week. Namaste.